Hi, this is Mike with Blue Isle Public Library. I'm starting a new series on some helpful technology-related helpful hints and tips and tricks and like. Today we're going to be talking about general web browsing, and hopefully we'll be able to share some things that maybe you weren't familiar with, or maybe just a couple new things that you didn't know about that will help you improve your workflow and your overall productivity. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be showing you all in Chrome, just because I think that's the most used browser we have right now. Firefox and Edge and Internet Explorer, the processes are similar. Most of them have the same feature set, so we'll do what we can. So the first concept I want to talk about is the concept of opening multiple groups of tabs up at once. So here I've just launched Chrome. It just gives me a home page and some suggested websites. We're coming up with this idea. Initially, one person had mentioned that just the idea of getting all the tabs open that you're going to need was helpful in their workflow, and that saved a bunch. So go to the settings button up here, settings again, and it is under the default browser button. So here, very simple, on startup, typical operation is to just open up a blank page or open up your home page. Here we can select open a specific set of pages. There I can add new pages. Let's say maybe I wanted to open up my Yahoo email, and I'm also going to need my the news or something, and my favorite website, and maybe let's say I'm interested in soccer. Hopefully it's MLS.com. And our options are set. Now I'll go ahead and close this and open it again, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we have 4 tabs opening, which we do. This can help save a little bit of time. Also, the topic of tabs, as you can see some of these are taking forever to load. One of the things you could do is open a task manager in Chrome, and that's under More Tools. And this can give you some insight as to which tab is giving you a problem or why the browser is running so slow. This can be helpful if one tab seems to be slowing everything down. Moving on. One thing a lot of people don't know is that tabs can be grouped into different windows and things. So my personal method of operation for this is I keep one train of thought in a separate instance of the browser. This may or may not work for you, but this is what works for me, so I'll show you quickly. Say I want to have another window of Chrome. Right click down here, I can say Chrome again, and it'll give me another version of Chrome. Same version, but another instance of Chrome. Now from here, I can open up a bunch of tabs, and now that I have multiple tabs open here, I can drag them and drop them between different windows. So for example, if I want this to be in this other window, all I have to do is drag it up to here, and it becomes a part of that grouping. Alternatively, if I drag this to an empty space, I get another instance with that window. And if I want to put it back, I can do that too. I can just drag this tab back into any window I want. Another thing you can do is concept of pinning tabs. So what that is, you right click and you say pin. You'll notice that collapses it down to just the icon, takes up less space, moves it all the way to the left. You can see if I tab a bunch of these, pin a bunch of these, you can see we just have icons on the left. This could be helpful if you know that you're specifically going to have to access 3 or 4 different websites periodically, and you want them to be in the same place and not take up as much room on the title bar. So that depends on your workflow. If you don't want to do it that way, if you don't want to organize it that way, then you can just go ahead and unpin each of those. Here we are. Another thing that people don't know about tabs is, and we've all done it, where you accidentally close a tab that you needed. and you just had the answer, and oh, I just closed it, and I don't remember what I even searched for. So a number of ways you can get that back. One is the Control-Shift-T shortcut gets you like the last tab. Now, you're probably thinking, how the heck am I going to remember that? I'm not going to remember that shortcut. Well, right-click on the menu bar and reopen Close tab. Alternatively, you go into the history, which would probably give you the same thing, and there's all the history. Now, another thing is that there's a little icon for what's playing sound. So the browser will tell you which tab is playing sound, which is helpful if you've ever gone to a website and went back to a different tab or something, and then all of a sudden you start hearing music and things. This will tell you. Okay, moving on. Another thing that I want to mention is bookmarks. So everybody knows kind of generally how bookmarks work. You click the star, and then you get a little shortcut in your bookmarks bar. If you don't have it, you can just go to bookmarks, show bookmarks bar, and now it's a bookmark. Go to a different website, or you open a new browser, you click on it, it takes you to the website. You don't have to type it. Great. Now, one thing people don't know is that you can actually create folders within the bookmarks bar. So let's say I have one for, I don't know, let's just say it's news. Now, when I go to, say I have another website that I went to and I wanted to bookmark it. Bookmark, okay. Now I can drag my bookmarks into various different folders and then organize my folder structure, my hierarchy of important websites. They can be organized in a certain manner. So organization is the key to success, right? Now, another thing with bookmarks, quickly, is this is also a fast way to make shortcuts on your desktop. And it's as easy as dragging it to the desktop. Done. Now, my default browser is Firefox, and we're in Chrome, so things look weird, but at home it'll work very well for you. Moving on. So another helpful function of most of the browsers nowadays is a zoom function, and that is very easy to access once you're at your favorite website. Maybe there's something that you want to get a better look at or you can't see very well. It's as simple as holding down the control key and scrolling the middle mouse window. Now I can read everything I need, and there's all there is to it. Zooming out, we're going to hold down control and zoom the mouse the other way. Now, you'll want to reset this at some point. So the one way to do that is the shortcut is Control-0, which resets the zoom. Again, you're probably thinking, how am I going to remember that? I'm not going to remember some specific shortcut like that. It's also under the menu under zoom. Obviously, 100% will get you back to your baseline. And finally, the pop-up blocker, because it seems to be something that happens to a lot of people. I've often seen people go to websites and it doesn't behave as expected, and they get some kind of message that says, please disable your pop-up blocker to view the site properly. Well, that is easy to change. You can go to Settings, and Settings again, followed by Privacy and Security and Site Settings. Scroll down and you will find pop-ups and redirects. So the default behavior is blocked, which is probably helpful. Now, if you go to a website and it gives you some error about wanting to allow pop-ups for that website, you can simply do an exception list with this ad, and perhaps you can add your favorite library website as an exception. Pop-ups will always be allowed from that website. This could be you're filling out a form online or an application or any number of things. It seems to come up a lot, so that's all there is to it. So thank you for watching. My name is Mike with the Blue Lion Public Library, and we'll see you next time.